The digestive system is approximately 9 meters long and consists of 10 organs and over 20 types of specialized cells, making it one of the most sophisticated systems in the human body. All the parts in this system work together to transform undigested food into the nutrients and energy that keep us alive. The functions of the human digestive system include 1. Breaking down food, and 2. Regulating digestive secretions. To break down food, the digestive process starts prior to eating anything. Anticipating a tasty morsel, the glands in your mouth start to pump out saliva. Once the food is inside your mouth, the combination of chewing and saliva turn the food into a moist lump called a bolus. Once swallowed, it enters the esophagus. Nerves in the surrounding esophageal tissue sense the bolus's presence and trigger peristalsis, a series of defined muscular contractions. When the bolus reaches the stomach, the strong muscular walls hold the food and continue breaking it down. At this stage, hormones trigger the release of acids and enzyme-rich juices that continue the process of breaking down the food and turning it into a liquid or paste. In preparation for the next stage, hormones also alert the pancreas, liver, and gallbladder to produce digestive juices and transfer bile, a yellowish-green liquid that digests fat. Regulating digestive secretions starts in earnest when the bolus turns into liquid, which is called chyme, and is ready to move into the small intestine. At this stage, the liver sends bile to the gallbladder. The gallbladder secretes the bile into the first part of the intestine, which is called the duodenum. Here, it dissolves the fats floating in the slurry of chyme so they can be easily digested by the pancreatic and intestinal juices that have been secreted into the system. To make it easier for the body to absorb fat, the enzyme-rich juices break it down into fatty acids and glycerol. The enzymes also turn proteins into amino acids as the final deconstruction, and carbohydrates into glucose. This happens in the small intestine's lower regions, the jejunum and ileum, which are covered with millions of tiny projections called villi. The villi create a huge surface area that maximizes molecule absorption and transference into the bloodstream. The blood takes molecules on their final journey to feed the body's organs and tissues.
Did you know? The stomach peptic ulcer is a common condition that affects many. It is a sore that develops on the inside lining of the stomach and upper small intestine. As a procedure, health professionals perform an endoscopy on the patient. In this procedure, a small flexible tube with a camera at the end of it is inserted into the patient, enabling health professionals to see the wall and tissue of the stomach and upper digestive system. This is done in order to identify whether the patient has an ulcer. Ultrasound may also be used to identify an ulcer. Ultrasound is a type of imaging used to make visible on a screen the internal components of the body, including the stomach and digestive system. Also, laboratory tests for H. pylori bacteria through a blood, stool, or breath test can help identify whether the cause of the ulcer is a bacterial infection. For treatment, antacids such as proton pump inhibitors and histamine blockers, H2, may be used. They block the production of acid by the stomach and thereby reduce stomach acidity. Antibacterials are also used as treatment. Based on the patient's antibiotic resistance rates, a combination of antibiotics may be used to kill H. pylori bacteria.
The digestive system comprises three main segments: the foregut, midgut, and hindgut. The foregut consists of the mouth, salivary glands, esophagus, stomach, liver, and gallbladder, as well as the superior portion of the pancreas and the initial section of the duodenum in the small intestine. The midgut includes the lower duodenum, jejunum, and ileum of the small intestine. It also embraces the cecum, appendix, ascending colon, and 2/3 of the transverse colon in the large intestine. The hindgut comprises the last third of the transverse colon, the descending colon, and the upper parts of the anal canal, which are all parts of the large intestine. A number of systems are associated with the digestive system. This includes the circulatory system, which contributes nutrients so that all parts of the body function properly. The digestive system also works with the excretory system, as the digestive system removes solid wastes from the digestive process. The excretory system also filters compounds from the bloodstream and flushes them out from the body.